Hello, welcome back. My name is Alyssa, and today I'm going to be giving you an update for Deck of Panning. Deck of Panning is a project that is based on playing cards, and each of the playing cards represents some sort of prompt that our wonderful host, Emily of Emily and Max, updates every month. Now, the face cards all stay the same for the year, but each month all the other cards, then they change what they could be. And sometimes you might get, let's say there was a prompt that was fantasy self, and you might get it with like 3 of hearts, and then later it could be like 10 of diamonds or something, because it is randomized. And the whole idea is just that, it's a fun way to be panning your makeup or other beauty products. And I've been doing it for a few years now because I did it before I had YouTube as well. So if you want to see how I've been doing on the 5 prompts I've been working on, and I will be pulling in 5 new prompts regardless of how it's been going, then you can please keep watching. So the first prompt that I've been working on was for Dethroned, which is I also want to point out, all the ones I'm doing were from the old board because it hadn't been updated yet because I had to film early. So in case you're a little confused, you're like, I didn't see those prompts on the board, that's why. So for Dethroned, I decided to pull in this blush from e.l.f. and I had another one, different color. And this one I had gotten because it's called Always Rosy. And when people were showing it, it looked like this nice, neutral pink kind of blush. I have to say that on me, it is not pink. If anything, it's kind of this warm-ish peachy, or maybe not super warm. It's I guess in the neutral family, but it's definitely not rosy, okay? I am wearing it right now, and the only reason I think there's pink at all is because I had some pink still on the brush from a different blush. And yeah, but when I first got it, I was really excited about it and I liked using it, but then I kind of was, saving it a bit because I had some older blushes, and, now we're kind of at the point where it's like, oh, this is also an old blush at this point, so I should be using it. And then as I've used it more, I was kind of like, I don't know if this is really great, and I'm sort of up and down, okay? On if I like the formula, if I like the color. I wouldn't buy it again at this point because it's from e.l.f. and I'm not buying from e.l.f. But yeah, I decided to pull it in for 40 uses. And I did not have pan. I kept feeling I was so close. It took me, I should have marked it. It was over 25 uses though before I hit pan, okay? So I have not used it the full 40 times yet. I am at 31 uses right now. But yeah, you can tell though, like once I hit pan, then it just kind of kept expanding. It gets bigger every time. So there is that. But it took a lot of uses to get to that point. So, at least I feel like I've kind of gotten my money's worth out of it even at this point, and I still have more to go. So, but yes, obviously this will still be hanging around for next month because I have 9 more uses. I knew that I wasn't going to reach 40 in a month because, even if there's a day when I was wearing makeup, took it off, put it on again, and I'm not doing that every day, so I'm not going to reach 40. And I was letting myself use up, I did use up a Franken blush, and then I remade a new Franken blush that I'm still trying to decide. I feel like I made it too much pigment, but that's another story. All right, next, for metallic, I wanted to work on finishing my Milani lipstick in the shade Naked, and I am very close, okay? I'm wearing it today, and this is all we have left, so it is not much, and you could be like, well, why couldn't you finish that off? But you know what? I've got other lip products I'm also trying to use, and sometimes this doesn't go with the look, so there's that, and also it just moves very slowly, okay? And I'm not feeling like the same kind of urgency. It's not super old, it's kind of at the whatever lifespan probably that they say, but it's still fine. Yeah, because I bought it since having my YouTube channel, so it's not super old. And I also feel like I will, I don't know, but when I rolled this in, I'm like, I don't know if I would repurchase this or not now in this color. But then I kind of am feeling it again. I think still like it. I think I have to pair it with certain things or certain looks. So yeah, right now I'm on the I still like it train. So we'll see how I feel once I get that last sliver used up. So again, another prompt that will be hanging around. For influenced, I just realized that I put it back, but I have pictures of everything, so I'll put it on the screen. I'm trying to use all the eyeshadows in my collection 10 times each. And so my Pacific Northwest palette, I pulled this in for influenced. And just because there's so many influencers that are talking about Nomad Cosmetics all the time. And so, to me, it almost feels like an influencer brand at this point with all the influencers who get products from them. And so anyway, I wanted to finish the 10 uses for all the shades, which I did complete that. And I've actually had it complete for a little bit, but I had to hold on to it because I was trying to hit pan in the one green, which I've already posted about that. And, I did do that. So, it's all good. So that is the one that is successfully completed. Now for long haul, I wanted to finish half of what was left of my Milani Roleplay lipstick. And when I was rolling it in, I was like, I don't know. This feels like it might take a while. I mean, that seemed like it would be a long haul, just because bullet lipsticks take a while, okay? And it's red and all that. And here's the thing, as I was just like, I don't know, maybe I should just toss it. Maybe it's going bad. Maybe I should just call it done. I reached that halfway mark, or at least I'm close enough I'm calling it, and I am still working on it anyway, because I thought maybe I would just let myself toss it at the halfway. But look at how little is left. And this was in a month. Now, I was really trying hard, but I now feel like I could finish this, which I didn't feel like would happen. I was just going to be like, well, by the end of this year, at least, I'm going to just toss this regardless. I think I could finish this. So yeah, this feels really good. And I'm really excited that I rolled this in because I don't think that would have happened. So this was successful. And finally, I have for Gemstone, this made so much sense. I wanted to finish my uses of my Crystallized palette. I am close. So let me go through and I'll tell you the uses. So this is the same as the Nomad that I want to do 10 times for every eyeshadow. Okay, so for the first row, I have 10, 10, 10, 7, 8. For the second row, I have 8, 10, 10, 10, 9. For the third row, I have 10, 8, 10, 9, 8. And for the final row, I have 10, 10, 9, 8, 10. So you can tell I don't have that many left, but some of the shades I had, there's one that has 3 more uses and then some that have 2, and because it's like, oh, could I try to do one look that has, I could finish everything off, but it would have taken, filming this a little bit later. I'm like, you know what, it's not a big deal. I kind of figured when I was rolling in some of these prompts that I was going to need longer than a month. And, this is the time of year where I'm like, that's fine because we still have so much left of the year that it's okay. So that means that since I have 3 prompts I'm still working on, I'm going to have 8 prompts that I'm working on for next month. And so now is the time to check the board and roll the cards. That doesn't make sense, but get the cards and see what I'm going to end up with. Okay, so I'm going to have the board up on the screen. I'm also drawing cards with, just on the computer here, or on the phone. All right, so we have 6 of hearts, 2 of diamonds, 6 of spades, 3 of spades, and 2 of hearts. So, we can see I'm not cheating here. So let's see, 6 of hearts is affordable. 2 of diamonds, face of the brand, which, let me just double check. Okay, so yeah, it has to be a brand that has a visible, a main person who's leading. I'm not sure if I have anything for that, but we'll see. And then the 6 of spades was out of control category. I certainly have that. 3 of spades was this time last year. All right, let me think. And 2 of hearts is gifted. So let me go ahead and pick things and make sure I have a little bit of variety at least so that I'm not, torturing myself with all this. And then I will come back. Okay, I've made my choices. It feels like I have a lot, especially of eyeshadow, but I do have a lot of eyeshadow. So it makes sense that I should be working on a lot of eyeshadow. For the first one, Affordable, I decided to pull in a lip product, and even though some of the I'd say everything I have is affordable in the sense because it's either that it was cheap or I just bought it for cheap. But that doesn't really count. So I figured if I'm going kind of in the best nature of that prompt, the e.l.f. lip balm that I have, I want to use it 12 times. I do have a weight so I can, kind of track that. I still think I have a lot of this left, but I am happy to use this up because it's fine, but it's not a favorite or anything like that. In fact, I might put some on right now and just see. How do I feel about over what I already have on? Okay, well then let me mark one use. Why not start today? Then for face of the brand, I was thinking of like Blend Bunny, there's a face of the brand, but I was already had eyeshadows I picked for other stuff, and so I'm trying to think if there's anything else, and then I realized nail polish. I have some Holo Taco shades, and so that would work because Christine is definitely a face of the brand. So you can see my fill line right now is here. I did also do a weight, and I'm gonna put to use it 5 times, which means that when I do manicures that I use it, like if I use it in a manicure, like actually I have it on this hand on top. I'm not counting this because I did it before I picked it. But this would count as one. I didn't use it on every single finger. It's still gonna be one use, or it would have been one use. So I'm gonna do 5 uses, total, so 5 manicures, which I generally do about 2 manicures a week, so I should be able to do it. And I was already trying to kind of use this. It was in my little front row of nail polishes to work on right now, so that works out. For Out of Control, I decided to bring in, I'm just gonna do a picture, the Single Shadow Plum. This is, to me, kind of symbolic of my eyeshadows being out of control, just because I think when I got it, I was trying to get, I don't know if it was that I was getting 3 eyeshadows at a time or something like that when I did the order, because I think this was in my second order from JD Glow. And, it's like I'm sure I saw pictures and swatches and things that made it look like it would be perfect for me, but it's just hard for me to wear this purple. And, it's kind of a sign that maybe I should have gotten it, but I didn't fully realize, what I liked and what I didn't like, I guess, at that time. Now, I might have found a way to enjoy it recently, so I can, maybe wear it more like that, and, we'll see. But anyway, I want to finish off the 10 uses that I need to do. So I have 6 more uses that I need to go. I figure also it'll be kind of satisfying because we can see the pan expansion, hopefully, with those 6 uses. For this time last year, as far as I know, I didn't bring in any makeup this time last year. There might have been lip products or something. I don't think so at this time. But this time of year, I actually am always thinking of a particular purchase that was not last year, but 2 years ago. So I'm going to count it. And partly because I've been wanting to bring this palette back out because I feel like I finished the 10 uses for everything pretty quickly, and then I haven't been able to, I could use it, but I just haven't used it since then. And I want to. So I'm gonna have myself No Pan Left Behind, my eyeshadow palette Rogue. And part of me was like, or should I make it that I have to hit another pan? But I feel like that would make me kind of rush through the shimmers a bit, or take forever with the mattes. And I don't necessarily want this to take away too much from the other eyeshadows that I'm working on, but I feel like just letting myself use every eyeshadow in here at least once will, feel nice, because sure, I finished the 10 uses, but if I did it so fast, it's like, well, it's just sitting there, it's just gathering dust. And finally, for gifted, I was gifted the Sickly Sweet palette, which is part of the reason I want to bring in a different Blend Bunny item. And once again, like the other palettes that I haven't finished my 10 uses on, I'm going to work on that. So a lot of the shades are done, and so you might think, you know, maybe I'm taking the easy way out. But again, I'm trying not to make it so overloaded because, you know, I do still have the other prompts that I'm working on, and, you know, we'll see. So let me go ahead and tell you though, because the ones that are not done, I have a bunch of uses left, I feel like. And so that will take a while because I can only use the same eyeshadow, you know, it only counts once in a look. So I would have to do, you know, multiple times. Okay, so everything is done on this row except we have this one, I need 2 more uses, and this one I also need 2 more uses. And then on the next row, the first shade is done. This one I still need 2. This is done. This one I actually need 7 more uses. This one is done, and this one needs 1 more use. For this row, everything is done except this one still needs 3 more uses. And the last one here needs 3 more uses. It's far away from me, so I'm trying to read it from afar. For this 4th row here, this shade is done. This one still needs 5 uses. This needs 4, this needs 4, and these 2 are done. This one needs 3 more uses. This is done. This one needs 4 more uses, or is that 5? No, it's 4. This one needs 6 more uses, which I am shocked. I think I kept, like, every time I've been using this palette recently, I've just assumed that this one was done, but this is the one that's done, not this one. So yeah, I need to use that. And this one has 5 more uses. So again, it's only some of the eyeshadows that need to get used, but there's enough uses that I feel like it's worth bringing it in as a prompt, and, you know, and it was gifted. So those are going to be the 8 items that I'm working on, and I feel good. I feel like, I don't know, if I'm trying to think about what I think I could accomplish before the next update. The e.l.f. Balm, we'll see, because I also have to remember to track the uses. The nail polish, yes. The plum eyeshadow, using it 6 times, that could be a little bit iffy. I feel like I might get at least half of the uses in, but I might not finish all 6. I feel like I could finish the Rogue No Pan Left Behind. Sickly Sweet, I feel like I'm gonna get most of the way there, kind of like the Crystallized palette. I do think I will finish the Crystallized palette by the next update. I do have high hopes I will finish that Naked Lipstick. And I think the blush uses will also happen because it's not that many more. So I think most things will roll out, and that, you know, maybe I will only have 2 that are continuing on with the next one, but I'm gonna try my hardest. But I also have other projects that I work on. Like I am trying to hit multiple pans now on my palettes. I am painting the rainbow in order. I feel like I said that funny. I have Project Level Up Light. So, you know, there's all sorts of stuff. If you like panning content, then maybe you'll subscribe to my channel. But I want to thank you for watching this one. And until my next video, I hope you'll be doing well, and I'll see you then. Bye.